Hey everyone, this is Will from PowerTraders.com. Today guys, I'll be doing some analysis on some cryptocurrencies. Basically give you guys a weekly update, show you guys some levels, but also I want to show you guys something that I think is quite interesting, and that is a lot of smart contracts are doing really well right now. Despite Bitcoin, despite Ethereum, despite ADA kind of trading a little sideways, although I shouldn't say even with the recent correction, ADA is still doing pretty well. But a lot of coins, although haven't moved much, a lot of smart contracts actually done really well, and we'll get into that. But first of all, let's start off with Bitcoin. As you guys can see here, we had a bit of a sell-off a few weeks back, right? Let me show you guys here. So you guys can see here we have roughly about a little under 20% correction that happened on September 7. I think a lot of leverage trades were liquidated on this day. That's why we had a really long candle, also a wick too. As you can see that, quite a long wick. It retraced half of its correction quite quickly, but most importantly, it came back down to test this critical support level at 43,000. And of course, we got another test here. Also, first test here, right, with the initial correction. Then we had a second retest here. And that seems to give a lot of traders, or I guess buyers, be like, okay, we're holding the major support, and we clearly see that buyers are jumping back in, pushing price back up. And now we're currently trading at around a little above 47,000. And if you look at this chart, that's also a support level, so you guys can see here. But let's go back to the 42,000 level, which is here, which I said is a major support level, right, which we held. And this is really important because it's the first time, well, in August 8th, we finally broke back above this really important level, right? And we see here we held here in August, and so far we're holding in September. And the reason for this is really important because now we're entering into this range here, right? This range here. So we're holding it, right? Held it, holding it so far the second time. Could we come back up? That's definitely a scenario, but the fact that we're back above 42,000 trading in this range here, I think is very exciting. On top of that, we're now holding this level as support, roughly around 47,000, corresponding with these touches here. And what's interesting here was that this move here was really that kickstarted, the really bearish move in Bitcoin, right? And right now we're testing it, so we're this is quite an important level that we're testing. So definitely keep an eye on Bitcoin. But levels are just levels, right? And they are honestly meant to be broken, whether it's to upside and downside. So we could come back down, retest the major support level again. Of course, we could break the major support level. Definitely not a popular opinion, but something you have to consider. What if we break below this major support level here, this gap here, and now we're trading back into this awful range? But that's a possibility you have to consider. What else? So yeah, so now I just went through Bitcoin. Let's just go through Ethereum. Okay, so just like Bitcoin, we came back down to test this major support level here. As you guys can see here, this area right here, I would say roughly between 3,100 and 2,900, roughly between that range, and we're holding it so far. And this is of course a really important range, this green line support level here, because if you look in the past, look at this, we held it many times in the past, and despite this wick here, we came back up pretty quickly back into the range. And of course, just like Bitcoin, right, when we finally broke the green line support level, that just kind of ushered in a really bearish pattern, a W structure, actually quite interesting. Anyways, so we broke this, right, and then we finally came back up above this major support level, this green line, finally in early August. And so far, just like in the past, we're trading back into this channel, back into this range here. If you ignore this move here, honestly, we've just been trading sideways in this structure, honestly, this channel. So definitely keep an eye out on Ethereum, whether we'll have another move. This clearly was a false breakout, right? Came back up, did had a retest here, right? You see that? Had a retest there. but obviously we got to reject it. Came back down, held major support. But so far, guys, just like Bitcoin, Ethereum is looking pretty neutral, not too bearish, not too bullish, right? Because we're just stuck in this channel. Nothing's really happening. Whether you want to accumulate in this channel is a different question, but right now we're just stuck in this channel. All right, let me get rid of all these lines. Let's see here. Let's look at Ethereum against BTC. And here I drew a few lines here for a few scenarios, but let me go through it again so you guys can understand my thought process. Okay, so for a while, you know, let's start off when Ethereum went to 4,000, right? When Ethereum went to 4,000, you know, it finally had its moment, you know, to kind of shine. And finally, you see here, it had a breakout in May, went all the way up here, corresponding with, you know, Ethereum setting an all-time high, right? But what's interesting is that even with the recent correction, right, in May, I actually thought Bitcoin was going to break this level here at 0.055 against Bitcoin, right? I thought it was going to go like that during the crash, but no. Ethereum has actually done pretty well during the crash. It's actually been stuck in this range for a while. And I think that's testament to Ethereum's fundamentals, you know, how strong it is. And yeah, obviously I'm impressed it's managed to hold up this well. But on the other hand, right, I don't think Ethereum's gonna be trading in this range for a while. Maybe, maybe not. But I think what's very possible is maybe we're gonna retest. Maybe we'll have a breakout, right? Retest, resume off, maybe a breakout, or sometimes you have to consider the, you know, the absurd, and the absurd is Ethereum could have had a breakout against Bitcoin, and you know that could be huge. But anyways, definitely something to keep an eye on. But I think the current valuation between Bitcoin and Ethereum right now, I don't know if you guys see my screen here, but anyways, I'll just tell you guys the numbers. The current market cap of Bitcoin is 885 billion. Ethereum is a little under 400 billion. So we're close to almost half the valuation of Bitcoin. It's pretty crazy. That's how well Ethereum's doing right now. So definitely keep an eye on that. All right. Yes, the final thing I'd like to mention before I end this video is that smart contracts are doing really well. Let's see here. Smart contracts like ALGO. Look at this. It has done really well. Look at that price action. 0.9 all the way to 2.5. Another AVAX, which has now actually dethroned Chainlink. I was very surprised, but you know, that's the crypto market, you know. Things just happen, you know. And sometimes, you know, the least likely scenario plays out, and sometimes it catches you off guard. And this, just like AVAX, it actually overtook Chainlink. It's now, I think, maybe even Polkadot too. I think it's now ranked 10th or 11th on coin market in terms of its market cap, which is huge, right? And of course, you know, the elephant in the room, of course, Solana. That thing has been killing it, guys, right? Went from 30 bucks all the way to 200. Absolutely, absolutely crazy. So there seems to be a theme here that smart contracts are doing really well, right? Another one, Phantom. You know, definitely a highly speculative coin for sure. But look at this. 0.2 all the way to 1.4. Incredible. But what's interesting and what we know is actually some smart contracts aren't doing that well. Look at Chainlink here, guys. Look. Actually, let's look at this side. Okay. As you can see here, it hasn't done that well. Look. It hasn't even recovered. Well, it attempted to, and it got rejected. Try to retrace half of its crash here, right? And it got rejected here roughly around 35.7. And yeah, it hasn't done that well. It's been lagging a lot of cryptos. If you look at Chainlink against Bitcoin, it hasn't done that well at all. Despite, you know, its strong price action in the past few years, it hasn't done well at all. And during the crash, actually the crash happened here actually, but since September of last year, look at this, it's down 80% against Bitcoin, and against Ethereum it's down, you know, let's see here, it's down 83%. On the other hand though, what's interesting is that it's holding support right now. You can see here, touch. Could we see another move higher? possible. Does this mean that just because we're at support, major support level, means that, oh, go convert all your Ethereum to Link? Absolutely not. However, this does seem like a good trade. Definitely a time, I think, decent opportunity to accumulate Link, considering how underperforming it has been this past few months, but also how, you know, its fundamentals are strong, and I think it's time to shine will return. Absolutely, definitely keep an eye on Link. Polkadot, another one, although I don't think technically Polkadot supports smart contracts. It do has, you know, it can support smart contracts on the parallel chain, so I could be wrong on that, but although they could roll out smart contracts pretty soon too. Polkadot also has been underperforming quite significantly. Although against Bitcoin, I guess it's come back up a little bit. As you guys can see here, I bought a lot of Polkadot here, just like, you know, just like the chart I showed you, Link against Ethereum, right? Major support level. I decided that was a great opportunity to buy, and I did the same here, and so far that has paid off really well. Let's see what happens. Alright, that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, and of course keep close eye on the market. As I showed you guys earlier, we're testing a lot. Bitcoin testing support levels, Ethereum testing support levels. We're not looking too bearish or too bullish. We're just pretty much stuck in a range on most of the coins, and, you know, definitely keep a close eye on the market, especially smart contracts, because, you know, they're booming. So you definitely don't want to miss that opportunity. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content.